Hello my dear students, welcome back to sj'sclasses. This video lesson is on M.T. Vasudevan Nair's novel Mist. Just like I did with Malayatu Ramakrishnan's novel Roots, I intend to give you an overall picture of this particular novel that has been translated from Malayalam. Here is an introduction to the author. Madath Tekkepaattu Vasudevan Nair, popularly known as MT, is an Indian writer, screenplay writer, and film director. He was born on 9th of August 1933 in Kudallur, which is a village in the present-day Pattambi in Palakkad district. He rose to fame at the age of 20 when he won the prize for the best short story in Malayalam at World Short Story Competition conducted by the New York Herald Tribune. His first novel was titled Narrated, which means an ancestral home, and this work was later translated into English as The Legacy, and this work won the Kerala Sahitya Academy Award in 1958. Some of his other notable works include Manju, which has been translated as Mist, the novel that we are about to discuss, Kalam, which has been translated as Time, Asuravittu, the Prodigal Son, which has been translated into English as The Demon Seed, and his famous novel that we, came to understand, or which was, entered into a controversy recently, Randamoolam, which was translated into English as Bhima. Nalagattu, Asuravittu, and Kalam portray life in a matriarchal family in Kerala, while Randamoolam recounts the story of Mahabharata from the perspective of Bhimasena. And this particular work, which is Randamoolam, is widely acclaimed as his masterpiece. As I said earlier, he is also a screenplay writer and a film director. He has directed 7 films and has written script for about 154 films. Some of them being Oru Vadakkan Veeragatha, Kadavu, Sadayam, and also Parinayam. Let's also look at some of the awards and recognitions that MT has received. He received the National Film Award for Best Screenplay 4 times. He is also the recipient of the highest literary award in India, which is Jnanapith, and he bagged it in 1955 for his overall contribution to Malayalam literature. He was also awarded Padma Bhushan, Kendra Sahitya Academy Award, Kerala Sahitya Academy Award, Vailar Award, Vallathol Award, Eruthachan Award, Madhrubhumi Literary Award, and J.C. Daniel Award for Lifetime Achievement in Malayalam Cinema. That happened in 2013. So numerous awards and honors were bestowed upon him. Now let's discuss the novel that I have for you today. Its title, Mist. It has been translated from Malayalam into English. It's a novel by M.T. Vasudevan Nair, which was published in 1964, and perhaps this is his only novel. This is perhaps M.T.'s only novel with a female protagonist, and that makes this particular work very much unique. In this novel, M.T. employs the technique of stream of consciousness. Now, for those of you who are not aware of this particular technique, stream of consciousness technique is a narrative technique in which all the events in the novel are narrated from the point of view of the protagonist. And in the case of Mist, the protagonist is Vimala. The narrator sees everything that are seen by Vimala, the protagonist. And the novel is written from the consciousness of the central character. The story in Mist happens in Nainital, which is a place near the mountains filled with mist, with snowy Himalayan peaks around, and also a beautiful lake nearby, which tourists visit during summer. The protagonist of this novel is Vimala Devi, who is a 31-year-old resident tutor at a boarding school for girls in the Kumaon Hill region of Uttar Pradesh. It was April and summer vacation had started in the boarding school, and the students were leaving one by one. Vimala, she does not get along with her family well because her father was a benevolent patriarch, but he is old now and is not well. Her mother is having an affair with a neighbor. Her sister is going around with some guy, and her brother is into drugs and gambling and is hanging out with the wrong crowd. None of them care about her, and so Vimala had stopped going to her home for holidays. Despite having a family comprising father, mother, brother, and sister, she kept aloof from them. And what she does is she spends her vacations in the loneliness of mist-laden Nainital. She hates she actually hated the company of her family, and she rather enjoyed the solitude that Nainital offered her. Some of the other important characters that we come across while we read this novel is the watchman of the school, Amar Singh, who is perhaps her only companion once all the students have left. And we read that she often makes trips to the Naini Lake in her favorite boat, Mayflower. We also confront another character who is called Buddhu or Gora Sahib, who is the boatman, and he believes that he is the son of an Englishman. He eagerly waits for the return of his father. Now, Vimala finds a company in Buddhu or Gora Sahib, as she is also in a similar position, waiting for her long lost friend Sudhir Kumar Misra. Another character which makes an appearance in this novel is a Punjabi man, a Sardarji, who is visitor to Nainital and stays at the school. He is a person who effortlessly comes in, makes his presence, and moves out of the novella. The final part of the story hovers around the Sardarji who anticipates death because of lung cancer. So that is more or less the plot of the story. As I said in my previous video lesson, as well as at the very outset of this video lesson, what I intended to do with both these video lessons, the former one on roots and this particular one, is to give you an idea regarding the novel, an overall analysis of these two works. Please read the novel so that you will have a better understanding of the plot, the story. The theme of waiting is perhaps a well-marked characteristic of the modern and postmodern literature, and empty in mist, this particular story is considered as a story of long waiting, and perhaps that's the highlight of this novel as well. An outstanding theme, you can say. It is not only the story of unending waiting, but also the tale of meaningless and alienated stagnant life of modern man in general. So that's all about Mist. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do it. Thank you so much for being with me.